It's green flag time. Let's get this show on the road. Madison Toll dominates and wins. Trey Wright wins the Indianapolis 200.
Miles out nowhere. He's gonna steal it.
It's going to be Mike Fink Jr., number 38. Winnie Crouch is going to take the win here at Pocono. Side by side.
They're going to be side by side going down.
Welcome Williamson will win the Coca-Cola 600. We are the NIRA. What's up everyone, it's your boy NSRacing95 AKA Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to Pocono Raceway for Season 3 of the NRA Powerade Truck Series regular season finale, race number 9 of 16, and this is the final race before the Season 3 playoffs start at Darlington next weekend, I believe. So, these guys, they have to get a good run here today if they want to make it into the playoffs. It is a very tight race for those final 6 spots. And this is how the playoffs look right now. Roger Hampton with 2 wins, Benny Watson with 2 wins, and then Roger Hampton and PJ Williams are in on their 1 wins. Eli Bright and Brett Sealer pointed their way in easily, so they are safe. But there's still 6 spots available, and there's at least 12, 14, 15, 16, maybe even 20 drivers that have a shot at getting these final 6 spots. Some have a better shot than others though. Usually, Nathan Bailey, who starts on pole, he was plus 23, now he's plus 24, so that's going to help him even more in that number 44. Shane Wassup is plus 18, Dale Camel and Osman Ahmed are plus 7, Noah Clifton is plus 1, and Francois Chastain and Twain Smith are tied in points. So Francois Chastain is 0 points above the cutoff. He has that final spot based off of the tiebreaker right now. Trey Smith is in 13th, just outside looking in. Bradley Ream is 1 point out. Corey Smart is 3 points out. Keegan Thompson is 7 points back. The British Jake Gower is 16 points back. The Season 2 champion, the defending champion, Christian Russell, is in 18th, 21 points back. Christian Vargas is in 19th, 24 points back. And rounding out the top 20 in points is Stephen Thompson, 27 points back. But there's 4, 5, 6 more drivers after that still have a shot at pointing their way in. And who knows, someone else that we did not even mention, they can easily have a shot as well at making it on a win. So this is a lot closer than what it was for the Red Bull Cup Series. Well, what will be for the Red Bull Cup Series, I should say, later on today, with only a select few that have a shot. So this is going to be a lot more closer than what it will be for the Red Bull Cup Series regular season finale, at least with more drivers being involved for the final few spot. And with that being said, all 36 truckers will get Ward July 4, race number 9 on the season, and for Snapple Mango Madness 250 at the Tricky Triangle, the first time ever here in Pennsylvania for Pocono Raceway. So, here's the top 10 for the regular season finale for Season 3 of the Powerade Truck Series. Nathan Bailey is on the pole, and the alongside him is Season number 1 champ Juan Garcia. Breaking news came out a while back ago, about a month ago, that he would leave KBM after 3 seasons, and he would go to the number 88 for Thor Sport in season number 4. That's gonna be interesting. Quentin Moore starts third, and alongside him is Eli Bright, already clinched a spot on points. Season 2 champion, the defending champ, Christian Russell, who needs a good one today, starts 5th, and alongside him is the number 18 of Justin Zidell. On number 4 is the British Jake Galloway, and alongside him is Benny Watson, and already has 2 wins this season. And rounding out the top 10 is Shane Winstoff and Mark Davison in the in the number 68. This is gonna be a good one. 25 laps. It's a short race, not like the Cup Series race, but it's 40. This is only 25, and these guys have to get up to the front as soon as the green flag falls. A big time day in the NIRA. 2 regular season finales. First, right now with the Powerade Truck Series and on tonight prime time, the Bubble Cup Series have their finale. Here we go. The Snapple Mango Madness 250 is green. The regular season finale for season 3 of the Powerade Truck Series is green here at the Pocono Mountains. Nathan Bailey in the number 44 for Nice Motorsports will leave lap number 1 after starting on the pole. Here for the Snapple Mango Madness 250. Quentin Moore, the highest starting part-time truck, is going to go for the race lead in that number 63. But here comes the season 2 champ. We haven't really seen much of him this season. Not really that high up in points, but he can easily point his way in today. He's going to need a lot of help. But one thing that he can easily do to make it in to the playoffs is with a win, and that's what he needs to do. Most importantly, if he wants to make it, he can point his way in, but he definitely does not want to have to stress about that in this short race, and he wants to get that race win. Season 1 champ might be on the Season 2 champ. It seems like there's a champion's curse, because ever since Juan Garcia won that Season number 1 championship, it has been not so good for him, especially this season. He barely missed out of the playoffs in Season 2, but this season it's been horrible for Juan Garcia. So who knows, maybe he can steal one here today. 3 wide for 4th between Lee 1 minute, Nathan Bailey and the 49 of Bobby Frazier. Bailey's starting to fall back a little bit, but right now is all Quentin Moore in this number 63. There will be a pit stop in this race. Not sure when, probably about lap 16 to 18 if this goes green all the way. Bobby Frazier is going to send it going into turn number 3 and try to do a slider off of turn 3 and get past Christian Russell, and he will. Another piece of silly season news that came out since the last race was that Christian Russell was stepping out of the truck series, and the new driver that is 4 wide almost, and that is 4 wide, and I just jinxed the man. Christian Russell into the inside wall. They went 4 wide, and the caution is out for that. Noah Clifton made it 4 wide, and there they went. I just jinxed the man so bad. Commentators curse, champions curse, whatever you want to call it. And now most likely Christian Russell is not going to make it into the Season 3 playoffs. And most likely we will have a new champion this season. But meanwhile, it was Quentin Moore in the number 63 that won the race back to the line. Part-time trucks 1-2. We've seen of how strong these part-timers have been this season in both Powerade Truck Series and Red Bull Cup Series. And unfortunately, the guy I was just talking about that he was not going to return to the truck series next season, and his younger brother, Casey Russell, would drive the newly formed 38 for Frontmore Motorsports. And unfortunately, Christian Russell was not going to make it into the Season 3 playoffs. Not the way that he wanted to have this race go. Man, I just jinxed him. I was talking about, was Plantonsville for next season, and then he got forced in a 4-wide situation, which I don't even know why Noah Clifton would make it 4-wide. I know that he only has a 1-point buffer above the cutoff line, but with it only being lap 3 or 4, he did not need to do that. He did not need to make it go 4-wide, and unfortunately, that's going to take him out. Only a single spin, thank goodness. I thought that was going to be a big one. But unfortunately, it's going to take out the number 92. But here's the thing. If these guys pit now, it would be really, really close if they can make it. Because about 18, 19, 20 laps on fuel. So it's going to be interesting. Looks like some people are going to stay out. And some people are going to pit. Most of them are going to pit. I don't know. Yeah, most of them are pitting. Most people are pitting. It's about 50-50. But a lot of the field are pitting here. First one is the number 4 of Juan Garcia. Looks like it's about 8, 9 trucks that stayed out. Quinton Moore, Bobby Frazier, Leroy Minute, Travis Linebat, Francois Chastain, the 51 of Jake Galloway, the 45 of Josh Williamson, the 6 of Benny Watson, the 99 of Jeremy Baylor, and the number 34 of Trey Smith all stayed out. So, about 8, 9 trucks stayed out. But meanwhile, the rest of the field pitted. And the first one that won the race off was easily Nathan Baird in the number 44. Compared to everyone else, he might have done strategy. But this is going to be interesting now. Will the top 4 be able to stretch it all the way? This caution will help them, but I don't know if they're going to make it. So I just counted 10 trucks stayed out. So the top 10 stayed out. And unless they, for some reason, decide to pit the next time by, then it's going to be 26 trucks with fresh tires and stuff. And then everyone else, and oh, what the heck. Apparently that's what the strategy was. I don't know what kind of strategy that was, but now the 10 that stayed out in that extra lap, now they're going to pit. And now that's really going to screw over the part-time trucks of Quinton Moore and Bobby Frazier, who were up front. And especially Trey Smith, who was close to the cutoff line. So now that means it's going to be Nathan Baird technically. That will be the race lead on this restart. Followed by Juan Garcia, Mark Davis, and Noah Clifton, Shane Winslow, and others. So this is really interesting. So everyone's going to try to make it from here on out. It's going to be close, about 18 laps on fuel. So it's going to be interesting if they can make it all the way once we go back green. But before we do that, let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out caution number 1 here for the Snapple Mango Madness 250 and for the Season 3 Powerade Truck Series regular season finale at Pocono Raceway. Here we go, this what happened. They were going 3 wide in turn number 1, but the Noah Clifton, actually no, Mark Davidson, I should say, moved Russell up the racetrack, and then Noah Clifton saw that and tried forcing it in off of turn number 1, and I thought they were gonna fan it back down, but it was not enough. Mark Davidson got into Eli Bright and then got up the track and into the 92 of Christian Russell, and then that just sent him around. Eli Bright with a great save and knocking into Noah Clifton right there. But then Noah to go but into the inside wall for Christian Russell. And that might have just taken him out of defending his championship. Here for season number 2 of the Powerade, for season 3 of the Powerade Truck Series, I should say. A heartbreaker for the season 2 champ. But I don't know why Noah Clifton would make it full wide on lap number 4 here at Pocono. Following along with the 92 of Christian Russell. Welcome back here at Pocono Raceway for race number 9 on the season and for the regular season finale for the Powerade Truck Series season number 3. We will go back green on lap number 9 of 25, and here is the top 10 for this restart. The poster Nathan Stapleton out front, Juan Garcia in second, Mark Davison in third, Noah Clifton in fourth, Shane Winslow in fifth, Brett Sealer, one of the two drivers that clinched his spot on points. The number 10 of Christian Focus, the number 22 of Osman Hamid, the 88 of Bradley Ream, and the number 9 of Angel Olvera. Here we go, Nathan Stapleton is back to the green, on that number 9 of 25 here at Pocono. Juan Garcia with a draft, and he's going to do a slingshot going into turn number 1, but here comes Noah Clifton. He's been super fast and super unlucky this season. He very well could win the regular season championship today in the Red Bull Cup Series, but he's not going to be able to do that here today, I don't believe. But he would like to get a win and point his way in and be one of the few drivers to be in the playoffs for both Red Bull Cup Series and Powerade Truck Series. He could have won Charlotte, I believe, and a couple other races, but he just not been able to get the job done. But right now, Juan Garcia, the season number 1 champion, we know he's driving 4th for the first time in his career next year, but he still has 8 more races to get the job done over here for KBM still. But now Noah Clifton, the number 98, he's gonna go for the race lead, and he's gonna take it away going into the tunnel turn, but he might lose it right into. Never mind, I thought Winslow was gonna get to the inside, but he didn't. And they are 3 wide off of the tunnel turn, but they are clean and green so far. Shane Winslow, another one of those drivers that very well could easily point his way in to the show and for the season 3 playoffs. And one guy that has already pointed his way in, and one of the few people that are already gonna be going for 2 championships in these playoffs. Brett Sealer going after the Trucks and Cup Series championships. Winslow, he's not had a good season in the Cup Series. Most likely he will not make it into the playoffs unless he pulls a rabbit out of his hat. But he could easily point his way over there still later on tonight. But Winslow would love to get a win here before the Cup race and maybe take some momentum into the Cup race. But Brett Sealer in the number 16 up front. Here comes Angel Olvera and Christian Focus up front as well. Sorry, I was doing something. So yeah, Focus, he comes in here 24 points out. So he needs something massive if he wants to make it into the playoffs. Shane Winslow, he comes in here plus 18. So as long as he's doing what he's doing right now, he should be good. Osman Harmon, he is not in the same boat though, because he's only plus 7. But let me just see, where's Dale Campbell? Because he's in the same boat coming into this race. He was only 7 points above the cutoff line. And Dale Campbell in the number 54, I believe. Yeah, the number 54. Last time by, he was 29th, and he just keeps on falling back in that number 54. So most likely, if Dale Campbell stays where he's at, he's not going to make it into the Season 3 playoffs. Heartbreak for Dale Campbell for that DJ Quasley team. It was announced that he's not coming back to that team that see as they are downsizing to just a one truck operation. So him going to Nice Motorsports that season, but he would love to make it into the playoffs. But as long as nothing goes his way in the second half of this race, he probably will not make it into the playoffs. But now 2 part-time turrets trying to spoil these full-time turrets like they've been doing a lot this season. Angel O'Vale and Mark Davison 1-2 up front at the moment here at Pocono. But here comes Osman Hamid in the number 22. Moving his way up to the front, Bradley Weem. He comes in here 1 point out. So he needs a good one. And he is ahead of Francois Chastain. But he is behind Noah Clifton. So I don't know. But he is ahead of Francois Chastain. And that's his most crucial target right now. And I don't even know where Francois Chastain is at. So right now it is looking good for Bradley Weem to possibly make it into the Season 3 Truck Series playoffs. But meanwhile, Mark Davison out front in the number 68 for Clay Greenfield Motorsports. Trying to have another part-time truck steal a win from the full-timers. Still a long way to go. Osman Arbit in second. But here comes Brett Sealer going to try to take third place away. That's almost contact between Ferguson and Weem. That was a little bit of contact between those two, but they keep it straight. And here comes Eli Bright, a guy that was slightly involved in that 4-1 melee to bring out the first caution. Now he's moving his way up to the front once again. And PJ Williams back there, he's moving his way up to the front after winning last time out at Pensacola. He's been by far one of the best drivers as he moves Nathan Baird out of the way. He's been one of the best drivers points-wise. And after getting that win, he does not have to do anything special today. He can just drive and get a top 10, top 15 win. Now, of course, I don't know of how the regular season championship looks like for the trucks, but whoever wins will get a 15-point bonus for winning the regular season championship, and that could be crucial going into the round of 12. But now 16 laps down, 10 laps to go. Well, 15 laps down, 10 laps to go. Here for the Snapple. Mango Man is 250. And now Vargas, who he needs a good one and almost needs a win if he wants to make it in, comes in there 24 points out. And he's going to try to take the race lead going into turn number 1. Vargas has plenty of hope, but never mind, because Eli Bright is going to make it 3 right for the race lead. Came in here plus 49 above the car-off line, but now Brett Seal almost made 4 wide again off of turn number 1, but they keep it straight this time. That's the second time that they've done that in this race. The first time it ended terribly for the 92, which he's still back here in what looks to be 29th for, you know, like 33rd or 34th, so he's probably not gonna make it in. It looks like Dale Kim's not gonna make it. He's dead last right now, 36th place for that DJ Crossley team. So most likely he will not make it now into the Season 3 playoffs. But now Eli Bright, the first guy that was able to make it in on points, clinched in one race early, and now the two guys that were able to clinch on points one race early, they're now battling for the race lead here at Pocono. And now here comes Bradley Weem, who comes in here 1 point out of making it. He might have a good shot at getting this race win. But here comes the defending champ, not defending champ, but season number 1 champ Juan Garcia up front as well. Shane Winslow PJ Williams, Noah Clifton, Wilton, Keegan Thompson come from. We haven't really talked about him all day, but he comes in here 7 points out, and if things work out his way, he could point his way in. Hoff, we have not seen him up front all season long, and now he's up front late in this race. And Bayless, still up front inside the top 15, just doing what he needs to do to make it into the playoffs. Baylor, who started the season off strong, getting 2 wins early on at Atlanta and Chicagoland. He's kind of fallen off a little bit, but he doesn't really need to. He just has to make it through this race and get a good finish and get momentum for Darlington next weekend. But meanwhile, battle for the race lead between Sela and Ream. Not much of a battle, as Ream is going to send it into turn 3 and do a slider. And coming to 6 laps to go, Bradley Ream out front in the number 88 for Thorsport. He's not going to return to this team, at least in the number 88, as Juan Garcia will take over this ride. So Bradley Ream does not know where he's going to go for season number 4. But here comes Shane Winslow, who a lot of there's not been much word on what Shane Winslow is doing as a whole in the NIRA next year. So it's going to be interesting if we can make it into the playoffs and maybe have a shot at winning this championship. But now Brett Sealer, he's a pretty good driver. He made it into the chase last season, I believe. Got a win or 2, but he hasn't really won, but he's been close. He's been consistent. So Brett Sealer might be a true contender for this championship. The thing about the Powerade 12 Series that's different from the Cup Series, it is so freaking competitive. That's why there's about 20 cars that can fill up these last 6 spots. And that's why I think if it's going to come down to the last race for each elimination race to see if we makes it into the next round and to see if who ultimately makes it into the final 4. It is so freaking close. But meanwhile, I need to stop talking about the playoffs because we have one heck of a battle for this race lead and for this race win with future playoff implications depending on who wins, because we only have 5 laps to go. I mentioned that this is a short race, only 25 laps. And we have 5 laps to go, coming to the line 4 laps to go, and who knows, some of these guys might not be able to pit. And oh no, they're wrecking! Stephen Thompson, dropping off Josh Williamson, and they are stacking up behind him. A big time crash off at turn number 3, and that might have just ended the race right there. Right when we crossed the line with 4 laps to go. Madison Tall involved, and Nathan Baylor had to pit late in the going. I don't know why he had to pit, but oh man, oh boy. That's gonna be close if Nathan Baylor can even make it into the playoffs now. DJ Reed is all destroyed in this 0-2. And they are stacking it up. The 52 is destroyed. The first call I saw go around with Stephen Thompson, and he came in the 27 points out, and now he's really gonna not make it. And Dale Campbell, the number 54, he's not gonna make it. Trey Smith, he's destroyed. He was tied for the last spot coming into this race. Stephen Collins destroyed. Coley Smollett, he was 3 points behind, and he's involved. Jake Galloway is involved. So many good trucks were involved. Francois Chastain was not involved, but I don't know if he's gonna make it. He might be safe, but I don't know. Eli Bright, he's pitting. PJ Williams is pitting. Bradley Ream is pitting. I don't know why these guys are pitting unless they cannot make it on fuel, which that might be the case. And if that is, that's a heartbreak for Bradley Ream. He would have gotten, I believe, a top 5, top 10 finish if he would have been able to make it on fuel. Well, if Brett Seal is able to hang on for 2.5 more laps, he will get his first win of season number 3, and he was already locked in based off of points, but he does not matter. Well, that does not matter, because if he's able to hang on, then he's gonna make it with a win in the regular season finale. Shane Winslow looks like he might get second here. But before we see the official finishing results, after lap 25, let's see what on earth happened to bring out the second and final caution of the day here for the Snapple Mango Madness 250 and for the regular season finale for season 3 of the NRA Powerade Truck Series. Here we go, this happened going into turn number 3. Stephen Thompson went up the racetrack into Baylor, and then Baylor turned him into the number 9 of Avera, and they just got stuck to each other. They tried saving it, but Avera had nowhere to go but shoved Thompson down into Francois Chastain, and then Francois Chastain just went around, nowhere to go for Jonathan Offit in the number 13. His bad season continues here at Pocono, and as you saw back there, there's Nathan Bayer pitting, so I don't know what happened to him. But then right there, Deletto, Galloway, DJ Reed with a massive ass pack into the 45, and that sent him up into the air. Trey Smith with some damage. Dale Camel, Madison Tall, Jefferson Linebat. So many good trucks. Owen Miles, and maybe the 92 again. So a massive pile up here at Pocono. And this is gonna most likely end the season 3 finale under caution here at Pocono. And tough way for a lot of good drivers that had the shot at making it into the playoffs. Well, now they don't, because their trucks are destroyed here in the Pocono Mountains. Following along with the 33 of Stephen Thompson. On board with the 02 of DJ Reed. Welcome back here at Pocono Raceway. This will unfortunately end the race under caution, but Brett Seal's not gonna mind. He's gonna get the win, and I believe get his second or third career, maybe even fourth, I don't know. He's gonna get at least his second or third career win in this truck series alone. Brett Seal proving that he's one of the best up-and-comer drivers in the NIRA. Don't know if he will return next year, but that does not matter at this point. But Sealer, he's gonna win the Snapple Mango Madness 250, win the regular season finale, and he will have a shot at 2 championships. And Mount Davidson just broke right at the line. I don't know what happened to Mount Davidson, but he just broke right at the line. Shane Winsoff, he gets second. He's gonna easily make it into the playoffs. Noah Clifton, he gets fourth, so he should be able to make it easily. Keegan Thompson, he gets fifth out of nowhere. He might be able to point his way in based off of some drivers not having good ones like Dale Camel, Francois Chastain, Bradley Weem, Trey Smith, people like that who have bad days. Osman Harmon, he is right behind him. He's got 7th, so he's gonna make it into the playoffs, I believe. And I think people are actually running out of fuel. Well, I told you that it was close. Well, there it is. It was close all the way, and they barely had enough to make it. Francois Chastain, it's gonna be close. He gets 14th, not really a great day, but it might be good enough for him to make it. So yeah, a wild race. Chris Russell ends up getting 19th, but I don't think that's gonna be enough. He needs to get at least a top 10 if he wanted to make it. Nathan Bailey, 22nd, not the one that he wanted, but he should be able to make it. Bradley Weem, I don't think he's gonna make it. So yeah, very interesting race here at Pocono. A pretty good one. I was kind of busy talking about the playoff points, most of it, but still that doesn't defeat the purpose that it was a really good race. And yeah, everyone's out of fuel. Only 3 people, and actually, only 2 people were able to actually make it back to pit road, not running out of fuel. So, yeah, I told you it was gonna be close, and it was. Actually, the only person that was able to make it was the number 16 of Brett Sela. So if it went caution free, we would have seen late race pit stops, and that's what Nathan Bailey did. But luckily, he gets 22nd, and he should be able to make it just by the skin of his teeth, maybe just by a couple of points in the playoffs. A wild race for sure here at Pocono, and we're gonna see a good one later on tonight for the Rebel Cup Series regular season finale here at Pocono as well. So with Brett Sela gets the job done. Shane wins off 2nd, Walton Garcia 3rd, Mark Davidson 4th, the highest part timer. Noah Clifton in 5th. Not Stephen Thompson. Keegan Thompson in 6th. Osman Ahmed in 7th. Leroy Minnick in 8th. Justin Zayel in 9th. Quinton Moore in 10th. That's out the top 10. 30 cars finished the race. And then Coley Smollett, Stephen Cohen, Twait Smith, DJ Reed, and Dale Campbell, and Jonathan Hoff they all retired from that big one late in the going. So that pretty much confirms to me that Coley Smollett, Twait Smith, who was tied for the last spot coming into this race, he's not going to make it. And probably the heartbreaker is Dale Campbell. He was fast all year long, and he's not going to make it. Just being involved in someone's in someone else's business. But then again, Hamill was not that strong throughout this entire race, so just a heartbreak for Dale Campbell, but he's not gonna make it into the playoffs most likely. Of course, I don't know until after this happens and after I do the Score 4 stuff and edit, but at the end of this video, you guys will know of who makes it and who got those last 6 spots. So, congratulations to Brett Sela for getting the race win here at Pocono for race number 9 on the season, the regular season finale. Later on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it will be the Season 3 Rebel Cup Series regular season finale, the Snapple Strawberry Kiwi 400, and that's going to be a good one, as I'm going to be joined by Nappan, or AG, or Alex, whatever you want to call him now. He has multiple names now. Still, the goal of this community is going to be up in the booth with me, and that's going to be a good one. 40 laps for the regular season finale. That's tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the Trucks will start their playoffs next weekend, I believe, at Darlington under the lights. That's going to be a good one in South Carolina. So, until later on tonight for the regular season finale for the Rebel Cup Series, as I don't know why people are going back out on track when the race is over. I don't know. I'm just gonna end this right now before things get stupidly crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Brett Sela on getting the race win here at Pocono Raceway and for the regular season finale. The points, the playoff points, the points heading into Darlington, the Rookie of the Year points, and team points are coming up next at the end of this video. Once again, congratulations to Brett Sela on a win here in the Pocono Mountains. And until later on tonight, for the Cup Series regular season finale, I will see you guys then. Bye.